All right, call me lazy if you want, but I have a very short list today for tomorrow for a couple reasons. One, the FOMC announcement is tomorrow, and so I don't like trading those days, especially the afternoons. And then really leading up to the announcement, it's usually pretty dead too. So the only thing I'm looking for tomorrow is a morning gap play. Hopefully get my daily goal and then just quit for the day. So that's one reason. And two, to be honest with you, I went back 3, 4, 5 days through my scans, trying to find setups for today. And even though the market was pretty strong, and if you take today's candle out of it, right, I said this yesterday, it looks like we're rolling over. We're in a range. I put a line at the top of the range, the new range that we're in. I said, but anything can happen. And boom, we're right back up to the top of that range. So Apple reported after hours, closed right at $100, and just looking at it now, it's trading at $98.98. So it's down like a buck, and it went. You can't see it on this chart, but it had a pretty good range from 96 to maybe 103, something like that. And right now, currently, again, right around $99, so down a little. So really, kind of a non-event for Apple. All right. Also, USO is kind of down to 875, not huge, but down after hours on some news. That's the oil ETF. So, with all that in mind, you can see the SPY back up near the top of that range, and FOMC this week. I'm not too excited about trading tomorrow, with the exception of a possible gap play. All right. So anyway, I didn't want to toil over, and look at 2,000 charts, knowing that we're probably going to get some kind of chaos tomorrow, and the individual charts don't mean that much on FOMC day. So I'm going with a few that are pretty interesting. TROV, huge move here, and now we've got 3 days lower, kind of a doji candle today. Pretty good setup for a bounce play tomorrow. No trades in it today. Had it on watch today, but no trades in it. ZFGN did catch a trade in this one, called it as it got back up to 8 with like a 15-cent stop. I'll show you on an intraday. That was right here, stopped about 15 cents below. Never stopped out, and it didn't go like I thought it would, but it went from $8 to 8.33, which still isn't a bad percentage gain. And a nice kind of little hammer candle, and a 2-day is showing support on for the last couple days down at that 20-day area. So looking for a break of today's high over 8.33 might move this one up nicely, but looking for a potential long in that one again tomorrow. I don't hold anything overnight, so. That's why I bring these up day after day, because I'm looking for intraday trades in them. SWHC, not really in love with this one, but I know the guns are moving off the shelves, so you had what again looked like a topping, looked like a bear flag here, right? Topping tail, and looks like we're headed back down, and then today showing some decent strength. So when you switch to 15-minute candles, yesterday this thing popped to 2170. And then you kind of have a nice flag or base consolidation below yesterday's high. So I like it over today's high, up over the 2128 area. If it gets to that, it might retest and maybe break yesterday's high. So that's SWHC. CAPN, super thin stock. Loved the setup in it a while back, and it never gave me a trigger. I think that was when it looked like this. I loved it over this flag, and it never did anything, right? It never gave me a trigger, and then it just went down. And it's been doing nothing ever since. So this in and of itself is not interesting even a little bit, but it's trading at $1.85 in after hours. So this might be a decent low float gap play in the morning. So that's why that one's on watch. WTW, really nice move today. One of our members, Ramesh, was all over this when it looked like this. Now I just kept saying, hey, if this breaks the high of the day, I like it. He said it several times. It broke, it flagged, and it ripped again. And so, we don't want to chase it now, but it was so strong today that, keep it on watch really for the next week going forward. I love the double bottom here at the 200-day. I love the fact that today engulfed like the last 4 or 5 days worth of trading. So it probably has to rest for a little bit, but this one should be on everybody's watch now for another move higher. I'd like to see it consolidate for a day or two, but anyway, that's Weight Watchers WTW. And then ENOC, I feel like this needs to come in some more. I mean, this was a huge move from 4 to almost 8, and you have an inside day today. Sometimes the third day gets going. I'd like to see it back down closer to 5 before I start looking for a bounce, but putting it on the watch list video now just so, to remind you to keep it on a chart, but I don't know if tomorrow's the day. I think it needs to come in a little bit. And I'm going to leave it at that. Hopefully we'll find some gappers tomorrow, because the opening opening trades are going to be real important to me, so I can leave the FOMC chaos alone and then pick it back up as a normal day on Thursday. All right, have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.